My name is Kashnee Sewnarain. I am the Director for Inspired Financial Management Solutions. We are a chartered accountancy company that is based in Pietermaritzburg. We service public sector, big government departments, in terms of training and capacity building to enhance skills and development in the province and even in the country, because we do have clients that serve across the country. So it's quite exciting in terms of financial management, auditing, and as well as public sector consulting. My journey in terms of how I got here was actually quite surprising. When I really didn't know what I wanted to study when I was in school. My accounting teacher suggested that I study accountancy, which I thought was a boring book kind of job. But because of my parents and their insistence, I then continued with the chartered accountancy career. I took a loan. My parents couldn't afford my studies, so I took a loan from the bank, and the agreement with the loan was that I had to repay it as soon as I qualified or got my degree. So then I commenced work, and I didn't have funds to continue with my honours at that stage. So I got a job. I got articles, in fact, in one of the accounting firms who specializes majority in public sector. And during that process, I tried to balance work and life together, as well as studying, and it was difficult. But I think my boss, when I reached Provincial Treasury, my former boss, actually did encourage me to continue with my studying. And I started again. It meant that I had to do third year again, because my degree was more than 3 years old at that stage. And UNISA didn't offer honours on a full-time course. So you had to do it part-time over a period of 2 years. So I started studying it back again at the age of 32, newly married, and I continued with my studies up until I qualified at the age of 36. So yeah, as a chartered accountant. So there's lots of people that have inspired me across my journey. I must say God has blessed me with amazing people in my life that have promoted me, encouraged me to move forward and to progress in life. But I think the foundation of where all of this comes from is my parents. So my mom has been an amazing role model to me. She's always told me or believed in me that I could do anything if I put my heart and soul into it. And my dad as well. My dad has been my strong sounding board through all of this. In fact, he's actually my biggest critic, which has made me stronger, because he always questions my decisions and always makes me think of the pros and cons before I actually do decide to do it. So he's been an amazing instrument to me. And then it's my husband, actually. I think my life changed drastically when my husband came along. Like I said, I qualified newly married, and he supported me throughout my journey. And even to the point where he's actually sacrificed his own job and resigned from his job just so that he could support us in our business and trying to build what my vision and my goal is. So he's been an incredible support. My vision is to change public sector, one client at a time. The intention is that I believe in training and capacity building and getting officials to do the job right the first time. I think I'm not a person that would want to do the job for somebody else, but rather show them how to do it to get there. And it's been amazing to see that journey unfold. It's a long journey. I believe in the good that's out there. There are many government officials I work with on a daily basis that really want to see the difference that we have in government. And I think the continuation of that is where we want to go to. So when I think of my achievements, I think about my journey here as an individual, having to achieve this. We have, as a company, from the time that I've established Inspired Financial Management Solutions, we've trained approximately 400 government officials to be able to do their job better. And we've seen amazing improvements, from an individual who didn't even know how to do a budget or didn't understand the accounting process on a recon, to now be able to fully do their job effectively. And I think that's been a major achievement for us, is to see that change and difference. We also play a strong role in terms of aligning the budget to the IDP, Integrated Development Plan, which is to actually make sure then that the service delivery is actually being achieved in terms of communities, etc. And the value for money that we bring is that we help municipalities make sure that their budgeting brings value to the communities. And that's been one of the amazing achievements that we've done as a company. As an individual, I also serve on the SAICA Public Sector Committee, Eastern Region in particular, which is in charge of KZN. And what we focus on is change management and building capacity and knowledge in public sector. I've been involved in implementing free capacity building and training workshops for our government officials at no cost to strengthen their knowledge and their experience around key technical issues. We also comment, or have also played a role in terms of commenting on public sector reforms that come in. One of the particular projects that I worked on when I was at my former employment at KZN Treasury was the MSCO implementation, which is a whole financial management municipal systems reform that I led as a province, which then impacted on the regulations and the way municipalities comply with that. And ultimately, this compliance leads to improved audit opinions. And when you get better financial management, you get better governance, and you get better governance through service delivery. So ultimately, it's had a huge impact on government, yes. Being a company that specializes only in government work, it really has not been easy to get work on merit. There's always, not always, but there is a certain level of expectation in some of these assignments that we get, we tender for. But I think being resilient to fraud and corruption, to be able to stand our ground in terms of integrity and honesty, has really helped us overcome that challenge. And people are actually now appointing based on merit, and they're actually looking and they're saying they want the best. So our knowledge and our skills definitely give us that advantage to be better. So I think our future goals is to change public sector, one client at a time. We'll continue to do what we do every day to train and capacitate officials to make it better. Our focus is actually on lower level staff, not necessarily CFO level, because we believe that that is the foundation of where transactions happen and where service delivery actually happens. And to see government officials who can actually stay or are permanently employed that actually do learn and grow is where we want to actually go towards that. So one of the things I often do when I train clients is I tell them, or I always ask them, what is the legacy that they want to leave behind? And I think that's my advice I would give to young ladies, is no matter what they choose to do, they need to work out what is the legacy that they want to leave behind and work towards it and give it everything that they've got. And then also to just remind them that they're never too old to actually study and reach their dreams. Relaxing and unwinding is difficult when you run a business. So I do things like this. I go to spas and I go away on weekends, etc. Spend time with family. I have 3 beautiful dogs, so they give me a lot of relaxation to take my mind off things. And yeah, just to being part of the KZN Top initiative means that I am able to provide leadership to young ladies and to be able to try and promote good governance and business processes, and to say that you can do anything that you put your mind to it. It's a platform, it's an opportunity to share my knowledge, to share what I've achieved, and to inspire young people, both in government and in private sector, to actually just go for their goals with everything they've got and not to look back.